Hey everybody, I thought what I'd do today is show you how easy it can be to get started winemaking with some pretty simple ingredients. So this will be the third time now I've used this concentrate. This one's strawberry. I've done blueberry that's still working, and cherry that I failed on. Anyhow, step one would be to get yourself a bucket. You can get an actual brewing bucket. This one I think is almost 8 gallons in a bucket, and the reason I use that is because then gives it some room, and then I'll transfer this after a couple weeks into a 6-gallon glass carboy, which is a larger version of one of these. This is a 1 gallon. In here, this is Star San brand, no rinse sanitizer. I still rinse because I got that OCD. Couple other things that you would need is, I guess you don't need it, but I use it. This is just a bucket top. It's got a hole drilled through it with a grommet. Once I follow directions, which is to mix this 1 gallon concentrate with 4 gallons, I think it's mixed with, yeah, I mix this with 4 gallons of water. Put the yeasty beasties in there. And then you fill your airlock with water. That's a one-way. Lets the water, or lets the gas come out as it ferments, but it doesn't let the air come back in. You don't want to get air. This is just a pretty simple strainer, or not strainer. I guess it's a strainer. Pretty simple stirring object anyway. So step one will be to sanitize the bucket, the airlock, and probably the paddle. Then I'll put the concentrate into the bucket, and then I went out and there's a local spring just a couple miles from the house, and I got several gallons of spring water. I've used chlorinated every other time. I don't think it matters, but for this one I thought I would go get that spring water. So that's kind of long and short of it, and just to show you how easy it can be to get going on your own. Okay, so I've got the bucket and stuff sanitized, and the thing you're supposed to do with your yeast is you're supposed to rehydrate it. So this has been in the refrigerator for a while, and on the back of the package are the instructions. So I've got the water at the target temperature, which is between 104 and 109 degrees. So I'll just open the yeast, dump it in there, and give it a stir. Let that sit for about 15 minutes while I'm doing everything else. It gives a chance for the yeast to get woken up from their long winter's nap. Okay, while the yeast is rehydrating, according to the instructions on the jug, put 4 gallons of water in, and you can use whatever bucket you have, but I like this one because it gives you the measurements for it. If you don't have that, you can do it the old-fashioned way: pour a gallon in, mark it, pour another gallon in, mark it, pour another gallon in, mark it. But these buckets, these brewing buckets, like I said, they come pre-marked. So I've got this spring water here. It's been sitting in the house for a day or so. Stopped a little bit short here for a couple reasons. Mostly so that I had a little bit, I stopped at about 3.5. I want to rinse this jug out, make sure I get all the residue. So I will pour the jug now, and well, I guess I can do that while I'm talking to you. Shake it up a little bit. And you can get these on Amazon. That's where this one came from. There is a store that I go to down in Cadiz, Ohio, where they sell this stuff. Anyhow, whatever's easier for you. The price difference is minimal, if at all. So, for strawberry wine, I don't know why I thought it'd be a little redder, but it's kind of the color of hop. So anyhow, what I'll do next is finish pouring this, rinse the jug out. All right, so the water slash concentrate has been added up to the 5-gallon mark according to the directions on the bottle. Next step is to stir for 2 minutes, and don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch me stir this for 2 minutes. I'll be back. Okay, next step according to the jug is called pitching the yeast. That is actually adding the activated yeast to the mixture. And there we go. All the wee yeasty beasties are in there. I did skip a step. It says before you pitch the yeast, you're supposed to take an original gravity reading with a sanitized hydrometer. Okay, maybe next time. Okay, we're coming down the home stretch now. So here I sanitized the airlock. Filled it with just regular tap water because that doesn't interact with the wine at all. And the last thing I do before I put it where I can put it for a couple weeks is take some kind of tape. If you took a hydrometer reading, you could write that down. But all I'm gonna do is follow the instructions on the jug. Put it in a temperature stable area, 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what our house is set at. Allow to ferment for 2 weeks in here. And after that, rack it into the carboy for secondary fermentation. So, a couple things I like about using the concentrate. It's already figured out. I don't have to do the sugar calculations or try to kill any wild yeast. Now, kind of a downside is this is strawberry flavored wine. If you look at the ingredients, I think they're on here. If they're not, you can look it up, but it's strawberry flavoring. Here we go. Corn syrup, apple, pear, and strawberry juice concentrate, water, citric acid, natural flavors, and some other things. So again, it's convenient, but it's strawberry flavored wine and instead of really being a strawberry wine. But if you don't tell anybody, they won't know. The thing that I don't like about it, well, let's keep going with the things I do like about it. Can't make strawberry wine right now with fresh strawberries anyway. So you can make any flavor wine any time of the year. It doesn't have to be fruit in season. One thing I don't like about it as much is this jug is about $40. Now granted, you've got 5 gallons, so if you take that, it's like $8 a gallon, which I think is cheap for wine. And then that's the other part I don't like. It's not actually strawberry wine per se. It's strawberry flavored sugar wine. So anyway, that's how easy it is to get started if you aren't ready to make your own wine out of actual fruit. Someday I'll do that. Today's not that day. So anyway, in the meantime, I hope you find this useful.